everybody, welcome to my little corner where there's no wrong way to play with paper. I hope you had a beautiful Easter. You made wonderful memories with your family and friends, and you were able to worship in a very joyful, happy day. I really do. So we are going to start another little series within the series, right? So this is a quilt to layout where I take quilt blocks, right? And I take my scraps and I make layouts. Now there's a whole playlist. This is not the first time I've done this. I am going to do it this time a little bit different. But if you're interested in seeing me take quilt block patterns and scraps of paper and making layouts with them, definitely click that link. It's in the description. And if you can't find it, just comment. I love it when you comment. It is a great way to bash out those scraps. We all get them. We all accumulate them because we pay so much for our product, and we have to find ways to use them. I used to be a quilter. My mom is a quilter. My cousin is a quilter. Like, I have quilting in my blood. I just don't enjoy it as much as I do paper, and you have to be precise with paper, and I'm not always precise, or I mean with quilting. With paper, there's a little leeway. I can fidget a little bit. So I'm going to do paper piecing this time. Now, if you are a quilter, you'll understand that term. What piecing is basically you take scraps of quilts and you create patterns like what I'm going to do in these 6 videos. Now, I've, like I said, done this series. Usually it's in a 6-video snippet, so there's lots of videos. I don't even know how many videos they are. Maybe I should know that before the next video. I don't know. There's quite a few. But I hope you enjoy it. If it is a series that you like, okay, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. That's how I know you enjoy this content, and I will continue to do it. So over the next few days, we're going to do 6 patterns. I'm not just going to show you how to create the pattern. I'm going to show you a completed layout because I don't want you to think you're just going to make these things and then hoard them like we do everything else in this hobby, right? I want you to use them and enjoy them. So let's just have some fun. The first one is going to be a tulip pattern. Now, in the past, I've started with a 12 by 12 and I show you how to lay it out in a 12 by 12. And I've given away base pages in the past. This time I am going to do a giveaway, but I'm going to give you the pieces for you to use on your base page. And that'll make more sense when I show you my completed layout. Okay. So we're going to create tulip. I've already done 2. These 2 are pink. And we're going to put one together. Kind of like our Scraps to Embellishment series, I'm going to put together a paper piecing and we're going to create a layout with it though. All right, so what you need is you need 1 by 1 pieces of paper. When I tell you guys you can use your scraps for these, I really do mean it. You use your scraps for these. And you are going to cut 2 of those 1 by 1 papers in half. So then you're going to have triangles. And we all have scraps of white for matting our paper, okay? Or get out those papers in your paper pads that you will never ever use. You don't like them. Flip them over and use the white side, okay? That's always works too. Now I do this with tweezers. I suggest doing this with tweezers so you can see where you're placing your pieces. It will help, all right? And you don't have to be precise. You really don't, because you're gonna cut around it. We're gonna place it, and then we are going to fussy cut around it and ink it, because inking hides everything, right? So you want to line up this first 1 by 1, and you want to keep it straight along this edge. Now start with a straight edge, okay? Don't start with a crooked one, or this will be crooked. And this is where your time is going to be. These layouts tend to be simple, and that is okay. I personally don't mind it. I have many different styles. I like very layered clusters in my layouts, and I also like what I like to call 90s scrapping, where we have really oversized animated embellishments. Both are okay. No style is wrong because there's no wrong way, right? Oh, geez, Ginge, look, I'm already messing up. So then this one goes down here, okay? And where we are with this is we are doing this block here. When you are a quilter, you see things, and I'm already, oh, look at me. See, I can't talk and do things at the same time. It's just not an option for me. Mayday, mayday. Okay, let me start over. See, can't. I just can't. All right, let's do it again. We're gonna glue it again. Don't do as I say. Do as I say, not as I do. All right, so we need to make the V. I'm gonna pay attention, and this will be okay because we're gonna fussy cut it, okay? This is just our little template, for lack of a way. I don't know how else I should say that. Okay, then this one down here goes this way. You're just gonna put the pieces together to create a tulip. I have a lot of fun doing these layouts. I use a ton of scraps doing these layouts, and that makes my heart happy instead of them piling up and getting out of control. And for me, I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I get so many scraps, I need to purge them. It frustrates me. And then I feel like I have too much stuff and why am I buying more? And you know, we all go down those rabbit holes, right? Well, when I use my things, I don't feel that way. I enjoy it, okay? We're just gonna keep putting this together, just like so, until we have a completed tulip. Put this last piece down and then we're gonna fussy cut it out. It's really that simple. I'm excited to show you guys how I use them. I try really hard to make sure you see how I use them, and hopefully my goal is that it inspires you. You don't have to do it the same way I do. Now, if you want to make these double the size, instead of a 1x1, do a 2x2. If you want to make them smaller, let's say you want to put them at the base of a layout and you want to create like some tulips and some grass, put a couple green things and have them coming out. You can go as small as you like. I will tell you, the smaller it is, the harder it is. It doesn't get easier, right? So definitely do whatever size you want, just adapt it, cut it in half. It's like a recipe when we're cooking, right? Sometimes we double it, sometimes we cut it in half, same thing. And this goes for quilting with the fabric as well. You can do the exact same thing. I've done these as large as a 2x2 because remember, you're gonna have it across, right? So be 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's quite a few. 1x1 is my favorite for this particular pattern. I've probably done it 3, 4 times. A half by a half I've done, I think, just once. I just did it once. It was very meticulous and I wasn't into that. Oh, my glue's drying. Okay, so now we need to ink it. I will take my scissors and trim up anything, but as I've always say, inking it is definitely the way to go. Okay, so then I'm gonna grab my pink. Guess I should have been prepared. Get my little dauber thing here. Now, everybody always asks me every time I pull this out in a video. I got this on Amazon, and it's just a dauber case, and then I buy the refills to put in there. It's pretty cheap. It is in my link, but they're called finger daubers. You can look them up, and you can get them yourself. But if you want the exact link and not have to search for them, that is in the description as well. There we go. We got some pretty pink. Oh, that I just got on my finger. Wouldn't be a ginger video if it wasn't a mess. Like it just wouldn't. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna ink these. Just like so. I'm usually pretty generous with my ink because we really want it to stand out, and we want to cut any, see, like there's some white edging here. We want to hide that. And the way to do that is by inking very, very generously. And it truly does give dimension where there is none. Like it really does, especially if you layer them the way I did in the example that I'm going to show you. It makes a big difference. Okay. Make sure you're getting in these little corners here. You can even, it's paper, you can fold it in half and really get in there, okay? It gives it a little bit of oomph. There we go. Okay, so there are 3 tulips, and let me clean up. I'll come back with a finished layout, and we'll talk about how I use them. Okay, so here's my finished layout. How cute is this? So I just took my tulips and I layered them over each other. See how well I inked them? Like I'm saying, the darker, be very generous with that ink. I just took border strips or strips of green that I had left over, and you could even do pattern. Don't be afraid to use your pattern papers this time. I just didn't have a whole bunch. This is a pattern, this is a pattern. You'll see it in the close-ups. And I just made a cute little cluster of tulips. That's all I did. I mean, super simple. And then I just put a title. I had these from Swap. These are photo corners that I got in a swap, a ladybug swap a long time ago over on Ginger's Corner. You guys, you can use these in several different ways. Like I was saying, you could do like a grass, a scrap of grass, and you could do this in a smaller version, have it coming and then have a photo right there, and that would be a whole layout. I hope you'll try it. If you decide to try it, I am going to create an album that is called Quilt Blocks series, and I would love for you to put it in there so I can go and see it. You can put it on the main page, but a lot of times I miss it, where if you put it in the album over on Ginger's Corner Facebook group, then I can go and look at it when I have time and it won't get lost in the feed. All right, with that, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you'll join me tomorrow. We're going to do another one, and I hope you're blessed. I will talk to you later. Bye.